Hello, my truth faithfuls,
Oh,
and
wow.
welcome
Jeez.
back to another episode of the recap show, Traitors Edition. But before we get started and we murder somebody, TJ, run the intro.
Wow.
I go, I drop, when I trip, I pop, when I go,
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the recap show. We gotta change up a little bit. Welcome back to Traitors Edition. All right, so this was another interesting week. This was supposed to be like that epic week that they had been publicizing for about a week now. And I have to say, I was a little bit disappointed. It was a good episode, but I don't think that the show lived up to the hype that they made it out to be.
Yeah, I'm with
Thoughts?
you. I agree. I think they hyped it up a little too much.
Yeah.
I think
I go ahead. Sorry.
I think maybe I was expecting like a fight or something, or like some big drama. And there was drama,
Yeah.
but I think I was expecting something more.
Considering Alan said we see something that has never happened on Traitors before, I expected. I don't know if I expected a fight per se, but I did expect something to like be this big thing, and nothing was a big thing. It was
Yeah,
kind of just Traitors as usual. Like you
yeah.
saw the writings on the wall with Rob last episode. So what happened this episode wasn't really that surprising. And then this is also not the first time a traitor has turned on a traitor and gotten that traitor out. So it's kind of, I don't know. I was expecting more. I was really expecting more.
So I'm assuming what Alan was referring to is the fact that when spoiler alert, when Jam Jam was murdered, that he started like saying it was Lisa on his way out, which now that was dramatic. The way they
But Jam Jam's
snapped,
dramatic.
huh?
Jam Jam's dramatic.
I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about the way they snatched his ass out of there. I was
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
true.
Jesus! That whole thing was very dramatic. But I'm assuming like when someone's murdered, they don't call out their accuser. Like I'm assuming that was probably the thing that's
But
never
see,
happened.
all right, so I want to elaborate on that a little bit. And we're kind of jumping all over the place, and that's okay. When Jam Jam did that, yes, that was just like, oh, wait a minute, why is he calling someone out as he's leaving? I didn't think that was allowed. But when he opened that door, I thought that when, spoiler alert, Lisa gets ousted out during their round table, I thought she would have said Rob's a traitor.
I thought she would have done that too. Like I thought maybe it would have been like an eye for an eye situation. Now that would have been something that has never happened on Traitors before.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe Lisa was going to out Rob
Yeah.
because she would have been pissed at the way he did her.
That's what I was expecting, honestly,
Yeah.
at that point. After Jam Jam did it, I was like, yeah, she's going to say that Rob was a traitor just to get back at him because of the way he did them dirty. He really did her dirty.
Yeah. So I think the reason she didn't is so I saw this clip a while ago of Bob the drag queen, talking about being on the Traitors. And if I recall correctly, I don't think when you're in, I think that position or that or on the circle, whatever, I don't think you can. Yes, you can say anything besides the fact that you're a faithful or a traitor. I think saying otherwise is against the rules or something like that. Jam Jam may have broken the rules because it could very well be like if you're murdered in plain sight, you also can't say anything. But I don't know.
But here's the thing. I think this was the first time. Let's back up. Let's start from the beginning, right? So everybody's coming in to the banquet. Everybody has on their finest garb, whatever. Lisa picks a target. It was either going to be Jam Jam, Natalie, or I think Mara was the other one that was there. It was Kristen. It was either going to be Jam Jam, Natalie, or Kristen. They were the three that were interacting with her. She picked her target. We find out the target is Jam Jam. Jam Jam fixes her brooch because she's like, ouch, it's sticking me. And she was like, oh, it opened. Can you fix this for me? Which was very clever of Lisa.
Very clever.
Very clever of Lisa. And dinner commences. Of course, Alan comes in, says what he says about someone has been poisoned. We have 2 antidotes. People can discuss who's going to take the antidotes. Kristen took one, and then Natalie and Tara were fighting for the other one, which made Natalie look bad because she was so adamant about taking the antidote.
Yeah.
That was the running scene that people were talking about, or that you referenced last week in the preview, because we saw 2 girls running. So that was Natalie and Tara running to get the antidote. Kristen took it. Everybody agreed that Kristen was going to take it. The issue was the one between Tara and Natalie. Come to find out, still the wrong person took it. Jam Jam gets murdered. Now this...
Right, but before that, the reason why Jam Jam was throwing Lisa under the bus was he said that, Lisa kissed me.
But Lisa was kissing everybody.
She was kissing everyone. And even when they showed, they kept showing it over and over again, her kissing Jam Jam. She didn't actually kiss him.
Yeah.
She air kissed him like she air kissed everybody else.
Yeah. So he thought because Lisa kissed him, that was, even though he was right, it just wasn't.
Yeah. His reasoning was wrong.
How he got murdered was not right. So maybe because I don't think anybody's ever gotten murdered in plain sight and got taken away in plain sight.
Immediately.
So to your point, I don't think he necessarily broke the rules, because I don't think that situation has ever happened where they come and take them away in plain sight like that. People have gotten murdered in plain sight, but I think that was the first time anybody's gotten snatched up like that.
And here's the thing. I think that moment sealed Lisa's death.
I don't think it did.
I think so.
No, because nobody was really looking at Lisa. People were looking at Natalie, and then the consensus amongst the other group was, again, to get Colton out. And here we are again at the table.
Right.
And they let Colton manipulate the situation.
Right, but then he throws in, well, why would Jam Jam, as he's leaving, say Lisa was the guilty one?
But I mean, that's what I mean by he once again manipulated the table, because nobody was looking at Lisa, really. Everybody kind of looked at Natalie.
That's not necessarily true. I think people were looking at Lisa.
But Lisa wasn't the target.
She wasn't the main
Colton
target. Well, no, she wasn't the main target at the very end, but in the very beginning, when they first got back into the car to go do the challenge, they said Lisa's name.
Yeah, but even still, throughout the episode, like, Lisa was not really the main conversation. The main conversation was Natalie.
Yeah.
And here Colton is again taking the focus off of Natalie.
Yeah. And then I'm also like, because the people were kind of looking at whatever the guy's name is that I can never remember. Yeah. No, wait.
Steven, because Steven gave them they were looking at Steven and Natalie, because Steven gave Tara turkey and he served other people. They were trying to look at who served whom. And then also Steven picked up the card and gave it to Johnny, and Johnny was like, Steven gave me a card. So the 2 main people that everybody was looking at were Steven and Natalie.
And that's why I thought there would have been more heat on them when we got to the roundtable, but neither one of them was really talked about. I feel like,
well, Natalie was.
Natalie was.
I mean, besides her, I mean, like, Steven.
Well, they brought up Tara brought up the turkey thing too. Like, Tara brought up the fact that she was served by Steven. A couple people brought up that they were served by Steven.
That's probably the most play that he's gotten all season.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah. And I do not understand exactly what Rob is doing now.
I understand exactly what Rob is doing. Rob is to the point in the game where he's completely playing for himself. Because if he's the only traitor to make it to the end, he wins all of the money.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's trying to play as a faithful, knowing he's a traitor, but in the back of it, he hasn't said it, but if he is the only traitor to make it, because they have a voting system at the end too. If they don't vote out the traitor and he truly makes it to the end, he will win all of the money.
Oh.
That's,
I don't think
Rob
I
is
really
to the
that.
Yeah, Rob is to the point now where he's playing completely for himself. And with only, 3 or 4 weeks left, this is kind of the time to do it.
The last episode's on the 21st or 26th.
Yeah, so it's only like 3 weeks left. So this is the time to do it.
Yeah.
So you, as a traitor, you kind of have an incentive to backstab your fellow traitors.
You do.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, well, now his behavior is making sense. Now, because I was very confused. I was like, why would you, like, I don't understand why you would go against your fellow traitor, but okay, that makes sense. So eventually Candace probably would have did the same thing.
Honestly, I don't think so. I think Candace was a team player until Rob was no longer a team player.
I think she wanted her and Lisa to go all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, wait. So if multiple traders get to the end, the traders have to split the money
I believe they have to split it.
between them 2 or 3 or however many. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, this was a roller coaster of an episode.
Yeah, and Candace needs to be careful too, because people are now starting to say Candace's name because of Colton again.
Yeah.
Because he said, "Did you notice how Candace was acting?" Like Colton. The thing I hate about Colton is he's smart.
Yeah.
However,
You don't like his attitude.
I just don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him either.
He's not
so
a likable person
smug.
in this.
No,
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's,
he's very
let me
smug.
There's just a lot of controversy surrounding him off the screen. Also, there was a lot of people saying that he should never have been cast in the first place because, from what I understand, there's producers know his backstory as far as like there's some
he stalked his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, and he can't they can't talk about they've told Lisa like, you know this, you cannot bring it up, like stuff like that. So they knew he was problematic, but they brought him on there because he was controversial. Still, so, and they know it's good TV. They know it's good TV, so that's why they wanted to have him on there.
Going back to what you said about him being smart, I don't think he is actually smart. I just think if you accuse enough people, eventually you will accuse a traitor. I truly just think he's like, it's every week it's a person, right? And unfortunately, he got 3 people banished that were faithfuls. So it's just like, I got lucky because I was able to last this long, and I can continue to accuse just anybody. And apparently, eventually, I've accused the traitor.
Yeah, but guess what? He wasn't the one really to even convince everyone that Lisa was the traitor to get her out.
It was Rob.
Right.
It was Rob, but he said Lisa's name first 2 weeks ago.
He still
Right.
planted that seed.
He planted the seed.
Rob.
He planted the seed. That's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing, though. If it wasn't for Rob, Lisa probably still would be there today. Because he said he determined last week that he was going to send Lisa home now at this point. It took 2 weeks to send her home, but it was because of Rob why Lisa is gone.
And I think it's because of Rob and Colton. So apparently the way Rob plays his games, whatever game he was on before, he always creates like this bromance or whatever, and he always like sticks with his bromance, and that's how he plays the game. So apparently that's what he's doing again. Him and Colton have teamed up, and I guess for him it's bros over hoes. So it's just like, apparently that's how he plays. So again, if Colton wasn't in the picture, I don't think Rob would be this gung-ho on Lisa. Again, Colton planted the seed.
I want to know where the switch happened, though. Like, when did all of a sudden... Because I feel like there was no, like, real talk. It got to the point where Ron was going out, and he decided that he liked Ron, right?
Yeah.
And then, all of a sudden, because he liked Ron, it's like Lisa became his target. Why not target someone who is not a traitor?
Right.
I don't think that he was initially targeting Lisa. I think what happened was he picked Lisa to kind of throw. So he picked Lisa to throw the scent off of him and the other traitors, not assuming that Lisa would have as many votes.
But even still, I still just don't understand the switch from liking Ron to all of a sudden trying to throw people off by voting for Lisa. Like, why not? I think other people were catching heat at that point, so why not go for one of those other people instead of just going for a traitor? It's like I think he even said last week he decided he would rather play as a faithful, but you're not a faithful, sir.
Yeah.
So make your justifications make sense, because it literally turned from Ron to all of a sudden, oh, I'm just gonna go after traitors.
I'm starting to think that was maybe his strategy, and what he said last week was just a lie, because you don't in 1 week vote for Lisa, but you know it's going to be a throwaway. You really don't think she's going to go home, and you're really hoping that she stays. You don't behave that way 1 week, and then the next week you are you complete gung ho on Lisa. You cutthroat, you a snake. Like, I think that was your strategy from the beginning. And I think him liking Ron was maybe just an added bonus or whatever. But I think maybe that was his strategy from the beginning. Like, okay, cool. Now I'm seeing a little blood in the water with Lisa. Now's my time to take out a traitor, because if I get to the end, I'm the only traitor, I get the money. So I think he saw the blood in the water and tried to save face a little bit last week so that maybe Lisa wouldn't immediately turn on him. And now he saw his time to strike, because now everybody saw now more people are talking about Lisa because of the banquet thing. And he's like, now's my time to strike.
But even still with that, why lie to producers and the camera? Like when you're in confessionals, like he has this like internal battle with himself in the confessionals where it's like, I want to do this, but I also want to do this. And then now I don't really know what, like, yeah, play the game in the game, but like realize that you're also on TV and we see your foolishness in the house as well as like what you're saying in the confessional.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait until the reunion to hear his true backstory. But
listen, Candace, this was a couple months ago. That I think this is after Traitors got wrapped up. Candace was on some red carpet, and she was like, "What I can say is." Somebody gets cussed out at the reunion. And I can imagine Candace cusses Rob out.
And I hope it's a good, nasty, dirty.
Oh, Candace is good with her words. She's going, if she says she cussed somebody out, trust and believe she cussed somebody out. And thankfully, Peacock does not edit or bleep.
Oh, wonderful.
So we will get the 100% authentic curse out that Rob at this point deserves.
Deserve.
Well, listen, I mean, if them meeting up in the turret at the end of the episode is any indication, like just her look alone. And then I remember they were showing previews for next week where they're sitting down and she's just like, just know I'm coming for you.
Well, she said, do what you got to do and I'm going to do what I got to do. Like because I think in the turret at the end of it, she didn't even say nothing. She just looked at him.
It's the look.
And his attitude.
She was like,
I hate that. Well, I guess it's not surprising, but yes, there are two white men on the cast that I hate.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. And unfortunately, they are in cahoots with each other.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they turn on one another. I would love to see that.
They're not going to. They give me that camaraderie that they're not going to.
You mean Colton and Rob?
They're not going to. The only reason why they would is if Colton figures out that Rob is a traitor.
Yes.
Because Colton is for the bigger game of it all, and he knows if they get all of the faithfuls to the end, they have a chance of winning money. And if he figures out that Rob is a traitor, he's not going to take a traitor to the finale.
Correct.
So my hope is, I think it was Candace and Johnny that were talking about Rob and Colton and how closely it's how obvious they're working closely together. So hopefully they can rally the house to get one of the two of them out at the next roundtable.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's Rob. Well, at this point, I don't know who I dislike more, Rob or Colton.
Honestly,
I dislike them equally.
No, but if you have to take a choice to see one of them go home next week, which one would it be?
I would rather. So I take that back. I would rather Colton go home first because I would want to see the type of game that Rob would play without Colton. Because clearly Rob he's attached himself to somebody, right? Mm-hmm. Colton is playing for Colton. Mm-hmm. I think that's been obvious. I feel like Rob is playing for Colton and himself. Yeah. Like, I feel like because every move that Colton has made, he's been on board with. So without Colton, chop the head off the snake. Mm-hmm. So I feel like Colton is the head of the snake right now. And Rob kind of just follows everything that Colton does. But so I would like to see how Rob plays once Colton is gone.
But my thing is like, okay, if that's the case, like if y'all have this bromance or whatever, if we do get to the end, I'm still robbing you because I'm gonna get all the money.
And that's what I mean, like that, and that's what I mean by if Colton figures out that Rob is a traitor, that bromance is done because Colton's goal will now be to get Rob out of the house.
But my thing is like, why even form a bromance if I'm a traitor? Because I know once we get to the end, you're gonna find out I'm the traitor, and you really not gonna like me.
No, it doesn't matter. Rob is playing a game too. So if Rob can keep Colton, he knows if it's him and Colton at the end, he's
Yeah.
going to win.
That makes sense.
Colton will be pissed. But Rob, at this point, you can tell he's truly playing the game for himself.
And you know what? That is smart because he's a snake and he's getting real close to Colton. So that he can't, so Colton maybe can't see the fact that he's a snake.
Yeah. It's like that story of the python. Remember the story of the lady that had a pet python, and the python would sleep next to her all the time and like wrap her up, and the python was actually sizing her up so that it can eat her.
Oh.
That's what Rob is doing to Colton.
That's exactly what it sounds like. And let us not forget, he got the special dagger of double votes now.
Yes.
So, Jesus.
He really has all the cards.
He's too powerful. I need him gone. I need him gone.
Rob is going to win this
and
game.
Just so you know, the person who has, the dagger gets 2 votes, and they can decide to use it whenever they want. Now, the one thing I didn't realize is that Cummings was going to ask before each vote, does that person want to use their vote?
And they have to reveal themselves. Reveal yourself. They say if you want to use the dagger, raise your hand.
Yeah.
I think what he'll use that dagger for is Candace. I think if not this coming episode, maybe the following episode, he's gonna try to turn things on Candace, and everybody's maybe gonna start like voting for her.
I feel like next episode that's going to happen because of Colton's comment about, did you notice how Candace was
and you got Rob that can echo that. Bitch.
Yep.
Here's the thing. I think, though, if he does that, it is so obvious that he is that third traitor. Because everyone knows there's 3 traitors. If he votes off Candace and she reveals that she's a traitor, and you've got Lisa out, why would he be getting rid of those 2? It just seems so obvious that now, all right, there's another traitor. Why wouldn't it be Rob?
That's a good point, but I don't think people are gonna. I don't know if they would register that in time.
Especially too because Rob doesn't have to lead the charge on Candace. Colton can lead the charge.
Colton his mouthpiece.
Yes.
He got Colton his mouthpiece.
Exactly.
Rob is actually he's playing this game really good. He's manipulating the situation.
Yeah.
This is good.
Ooh,
We had more to talk about this episode than I thought we would have, because I was like, what happened? But now breaking it down, I'm like, yeah.
Rob is the master manipulator in this.
He really is.
And we didn't give him credit for it.
No, not at all. Because for the most part, he was kind of quiet. Like he let the ladies do all the talking a lot of times. And I think about it. Lisa took the lead on wearing the brooch and doing the kill in plain sight. Candace did the first insight kill also. He didn't do anything.
He did go and grab the cards. So Candace distracted everybody and he went and grabbed the cards.
But still, though, like, if you think about it, he's pretty much kept his hands clean of most of the stuff.
He's been a traitor who has not been at the forefront.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And remember, excuse me. Remember, he knows how to play chess. So he's a smart one.
This man been playing chess the entire
He's been playing chess the whole time. Everybody else been playing checkers. He's been playing chess the whole time.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I don't like it.
And the thing is, this late in the game, I don't know if they'll still do it. I've seen it where they've replaced a traitor, but because there's only 3 weeks left, I'm not sure if they're going to do it.
Well, 4 weeks, including this week.
Yeah.
It may be too.
But the last week is the finale.
Yeah, it might be too late in the game to replace the
Yeah.
traitor.
I feel like there should be like a cutoff. Like at a certain point throughout the season.
They had the secret traitor in the very beginning, so I was just like, why keep adding all these traitors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a good episode. I mean, it wasn't as... now that I kind of look back and as we
now that we're discussing it,
it seems like it's a lot more than it actually was.
Yeah.
It's a good episode. But this series, I understand why it's been winning the Emmys from Drag Race and beating out Drag Race. Like, this is really, really good. It's a mind fuck, if you think about it.
It is.
It really is.
Drag Race if they want that Emmy back, they're gonna have to step it up.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
they got a lot of ground to make up if they want
show.
it back.
They
All right. Any
show.
final thoughts? Any final thoughts before we wrap?
Oh,
wrap
this was a
up?
short episode, Chad.
I'm okay with that.
As am I. I'm just fuck Robin, fuck Colton, like
Ooh.
straight to hell. Young go
Okay.
straight to hell. I don't like it.
All right. Well, your thoughts?
I can't say I disagree.
Okay. I think we're all in agreement there.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, don't forget to hit the subscription button, to follow, to comment, to like, to share, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you can get notified every time we drop new videos. This recap show drops every Wednesday at noon, and of course, the Drag Race recap show drops every Monday at 8. So until we see you guys next time, have a great weekend, and deuces!
I go, I drop. When I trip, I pop.